Hi, and welcome to the Trade of the Day for the 21st of November. My name's Tom. I'm a senior trading analyst here at Trend Signal. I want to run you through a lower time frame opportunity we took on the 2 minutes on the US 30 yesterday, which worked out with a pretty substantial haul by the end of things. It was 71 pips to the passive exit without too much thought required, with an additional 50 pips for those of you who are looking to take the most out of every opportunity. Let's jump straight in. We'll come back to the results of this trade a little bit later on. But with the dynamic trader strategy, our lower time frame, we're looking for these trailing black arrows to be hit by the moving price candle, then jump back in on the new arrow from the flip. Essentially, the market likes to move in rotations around a central value. Sometimes it gets stuck in channels for a little bit longer, but mostly you'll find it reset back to the mean and then continue to wick back and through. So we're looking at catching that kind of flipping momentum, if you like. Candle hits the arrow, a big candle, I will say, stretching the market to the upside. We get this black arrow and we need to go through a 5-step process to essentially see, is it worth us taking the trade at this point? So step number 1, we look at the position of the arrow inside these radiating bands that come from the center. So there's the black band, the purple band, the blue band, black band, purple band, blue band. In this case, we're inside the blue band, which means we're looking at normally a lower energy trade. Essentially because the market hasn't been stretched. And you might laugh at me and say, well, quite clearly it's been stretched to the upside. We're buying the market. We're looking for stretching on the opposite side. The analogy is almost like if you keep pulling an elastic band back and back and back and back and back, if there's a lot of stretch, it's going to slam off in the other direction with a ton of energy. If there's not much stretch, then it's normally not going to do so. This is a bit of a weird one because there's been some sort of event which has moved the market significantly, but previously we didn't really have much of a stretch on the lower side of the market. This market's been progressing in a pretty orderly, flat way for the last hour or so beforehand. We then move on to the vector averages. These are the two green lines you see on the screen that snake through the candles, turning red and green based on the short-term momentum. And that's exactly what they do. They're set on two different settings, so they don't always agree with each other, as you can see up here, but they're looking at the short-term momentum to give ourselves the highest chance of taking a trade that's going to be profitable. We want to be firing on both cylinders. Both of them are green, pointing in the same direction as the uptrend, perfectly good to go. We then look for step 3, and this one's a little bit more interesting. We need to find that the candle is open or closed, whichever comes first, above this purple band, this purple PE line. The reason we do this is twofold. Number one, we're going into a lower energy trade because it's not as stretched. So we want to make sure that we're actually getting some proper upwards movement instead of just kind of moving around this resistance without too much going on. As another fact, the middle line acts as a form of dynamic resistance. It's where the market fights heaviest. It's essentially the average price over the time frame we've hooked this up to, which means more often than not, if you get into a trade in this lower energy, it will start to snake back down. It can find support in the mid band and then move back on and be a really good winner. In this case, we don't get it, so it's nicer, but it can happen. You might see that in a couple of other odds I show you in this video. But we're well and truly above the purple band, so that's perfectly fine. That's a tick. We then need to look for the R ratio. The R ratio is given by this up here, and essentially it's a measure if the market is wide enough for it to be sensible for us to trade. We don't want to enter markets where it's moving sideways, jumping across the channel, and just completely chopping us out of any opportunities before any real profits can be taken. In this case, it's positive and green, 122. The market is plenty wide enough at this point. Finally, lower energy trade. We need to be in line with the trend. We change from orange to blue, pushing us up higher. So everything is telling us that this is a good trading opportunity to jump into. So let's start putting some lines on the screen. Wherever they've gone, there they are. I have an extra one down here for some reason. So we'll use the red line to indicate the stop loss generated by the trade. We'll use the green line to highlight the entry. And we'll use the purple line to track the trade as it progresses over the next half an hour or so. Now, I will say the numbers I'll give you will be slightly approximate, but they're a good idea of exactly what we took. So we have our stop loss here, our entry just at the top of the red line of 46524 with the stop loss down at 46385. If you want to be a little bit more hands-off, as I say, the trade ends when the candle hits the black arrow, you hit close on your broker. All you need to do is follow the black arrows as they update in real time. They take risk off of the opportunity. The further we get from the initial entry, the more whatever energy there is going to start to dissipate. At a certain point, we come into break even and we start locking in pips. And this is basically to stop you being too greedy and hoping the trade is going to run on forever. Now, the numbers are approximate on the screen. The actual result here was 71 pips for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 36 minutes work to achieve those 71 pips. However, we get an additional 50 pips potential out of this trade, and no one's going to time the exact top of the market, but if you can get close, then that's pretty good. So you end up winding up with 121 pips potential out of this trade, and it's a little bit shorter. It's 4 minutes shorter, so you're looking at 32 minutes. To put that into context, trading at a pound per pip, £121 in your back pocket for essentially half an hour's work. You don't need to be trading at too much higher sizes to turn that into significant money. I mean, if you're trading at £2 per pip, it's £242. If you're trading at £3 per pip, you're looking at £363, so on and so forth. You can do the multiples. If you want to see how we identify these trades, learn all the theory, learn why we do it the way we do. We've been teaching this style of trading since 2003. Then there is going to be a webinar later today. There'll be a link around this video. Click in and join. Not only will we teach you all the stuff you need to know, but we'll also be calling live trades as part of the session. So you get the education, you can make a little bit of money if you're feeling confident enough to come in with a broker, and the best part, it's free. So join us. Hopefully I'll see you later.